You decide who wins and who plays. This was too big for any single agency, and even the highest offices had no choice but to respond. What you're about to hear is about life as a high-stakes arena, where power, influence, and control are constantly tested. When an individual grows beyond expectations, systems react, institutions shift, and authority adjusts. The truth is, the world runs on the effort, intelligence, and discipline of ordinary people, but it panics when those people stop playing small. Real power belongs to those who learn faster, adapt quicker, and move beyond the limits designed to contain them. When momentum becomes unstoppable, decision-makers are forced to follow. This message is for those ready to stop underestimating themselves and recognize their leverage, because skill, consistency, and execution decide who leads and who stays in the game. Before we continue, like this video, subscribe as we push toward 5,000 subscribers, and comment Mr. Ledger below to show you're locked in. Now let's begin. Success doesn't wait for permission. Every decision you make, every skill you hone, and every choice you take sets the stage for your victory long before others even realize the game has started. Life isn't a passive journey. It's a field where those who anticipate the moves, define the rules, and position themselves early gain the upper hand. Your vision shapes the path ahead, and no external authority can dictate your potential if you act decisively. Understanding the power of initiative is the first step toward breaking free from limitations. Too often, people wait for the perfect moment for someone else to grant them approval. But history is filled with those who carved their own opportunities. From entrepreneurs who disrupted industries to athletes who rewrote records, the common thread is one. They decided to play on their terms before the system could decide for them. Taking control before anyone else doesn't mean reckless action. It means strategy, preparation, and courage. When you define your own objectives, you remove uncertainty from your path. The game becomes yours, and suddenly others are reacting to your moves. That's the power of deciding first. It sets you apart as a leader in a world that constantly wants to pigeonhole people into followers. True growth is a force that no system can contain. When your talent, ambition, and work ethic begin to surpass expectations, even the largest institutions and authorities start to feel the pressure. They are designed to maintain order, to channel people into predictable patterns. But when someone refuses to fit those molds, the system begins to adjust. This is where the magic of momentum appears. It's not just about reaching goals. It's about creating influence that cannot be ignored. The bigger your skill set, the more others are forced to pay attention, adapt, and ultimately acknowledge your presence. Growth isn't just a personal victory. It's a challenge to the status quo. And here's the truth. Uncontrolled growth is both exhilarating and intimidating. The system may resist, but it cannot stop what has already been set in motion. When you grow relentlessly, you shift the power dynamic. Suddenly, it's not about asking permission. It's about showing results that demand recognition. The only way to be contained is to stop moving. Most systems and institutions are built around stability. They thrive on predictability and compliance. But when someone steps beyond the expected, when performance or innovation threatens the comfort of those in control, the system starts to react. This is not personal. It's survival. Being unpredictable, being proactive, and consistently raising your standards makes others uncomfortable. That discomfort is a signal that you are doing something right. It's the sign that your impact is real, that you are no longer a cog in a machine, but a force that changes outcomes. Every time you push boundaries, the walls of control tremble slightly. Understand this. Systems are not your enemy. They are a reflection of how power and authority function. but their instinct is to resist those who rise too quickly or act too freely. The key is to continue moving forward, to keep building your momentum, because every reaction from the system is proof that you are exceeding expectations and defining new standards. Power doesn't land in your lap by being polite, waiting quietly, or staying in the shadows. True influence is earned through consistent action, strategy, and results that demand acknowledgement. The world notices those who relentlessly push forward, adapt, and create leverage. Consider the leaders who have reshaped industries or rewritten the rules of sports, business, and politics. Their power wasn't a gift, it was forced through results, determination, and the refusal to accept limits. Power gravitates toward those who create it, not those who wait to receive it. Every time you step up, solve problems, or deliver excellence where no one expected it, you are forcing recognition. You don't need approval to progress. You need momentum, focus, and relentless persistence. That is how authority shifts, through action, not entitlement. Institutions thrive on predictability and control. Independent thinkers, however, are unpredictable forces that challenge assumptions, question norms, and redefine what is possible. They are the ones who see gaps others ignore and take action where most hesitate. Fear emerges when innovation, intelligence, and initiative grow beyond the expected. Independent thinkers highlight weaknesses in established systems simply by existing and performing. Their ability to challenge norms makes those in control uneasy, not because these thinkers are malicious, but because their presence disrupts the narrative. Yet this fear is proof of impact. When systems push back, it's a sign you are influencing outcomes. By embracing your independence, your originality, and your willingness to innovate, you claim space that others never imagined. Fear is a marker of your progress, not a deterrent. Structures, no matter how large or complex, are designed for a standard size, the ordinary. But when an individual outgrows the framework, the rules no longer fit and the structure is forced to change or risk becoming obsolete. Consider innovators, visionaries, and leaders across history. They all exceeded the systems that sought to contain them. From startups disrupting monopolies to athletes breaking records, their growth reshaped entire fields. One person who refuses to stay small can trigger ripple effects that redefine the landscape entirely. This is why self-belief and persistent skill building are vital. When you outgrow limitations, the system reacts. That reaction is the proof of your progress. Your responsibility is to keep moving forward, refusing to shrink to meet someone else's expectations, because the future belongs to those who expand beyond boundaries. Authority maintains control by staying one step ahead, but when someone learns faster, adapts quicker, and executes smarter, the advantage flips. The moment this happens, decision makers are no longer in complete control. They must respond to you. This moment is a turning point. It's when strategy, preparation, and persistence converge to challenge the assumed power. Every successful innovator, leader, or game changer has experienced this, the point where authority realizes it cannot dictate outcomes, only react. For you, this is empowering. It's proof that skill, growth, and timing are more valuable than rank or title. Influence is earned by those who move ahead, not those who cling to position. Recognize this and leverage it. Your potential can tilt the balance in your favor. Systems and structures require participation to function. Compliance, consistency, and effort keep the machinery moving. But when you step outside, question norms, or innovate, control begins to shift. Every time you contribute skill, energy, and intelligence, you are granting authority the ability to function. But the moment you decide to move differently, to act independently, the control starts to dissolve. Your engagement is the leverage that determines how much influence others can exercise over you. This is a liberating realization. You are not just a passive participant in life's systems. You are an active force. Your choices, your skills, and your persistence shape the environment. The more you understand this, the more you can navigate systems on your terms. Predictability is comfort for authority. Unpredictable people break patterns, challenge expectations, and introduce variables that cannot be managed with routine. Decision makers dislike this because it forces them to react instead of dictate. The truth is, being unpredictable is a competitive advantage. Whether in business, sports, or strategy, those who defy assumptions gain opportunities others cannot see. They force innovation, creative solutions, and adaptability, skills that set leaders apart. Instead of fearing unpredictability, embrace it. Your unpredictability is not chaos. It is strategy. Every step taken outside conventional boundaries creates momentum, visibility, and influence. The system reacts because it recognizes that you are no longer a follower. It is a sign of your rising impact. Speed is power. When you adapt faster than the systems around you, you control outcomes. Institutions, organizations, and even people are inherently slower. They are weighed down by rules, protocols, and expectations. By mastering agility, learning continuously, and anticipating shifts, you place yourself ahead of the curve. Each step you take that the system cannot immediately respond to widens the gap between you and those bound by conventional thinking. This is not just theory. It's a practical strategy. The faster you learn, act, and adjust, the harder it becomes for external forces to contain your progress. Momentum builds, opportunities multiply, and suddenly influence is yours because you move while others react. Rules are just boundary created by those who came before. Skills, however, are personal power. They are the tools that allow you to thrive, break limits, and redefine standards. While others focus on compliance, your focus should be on mastery. When you invest in your skills relentlessly, the rules become secondary. The more competent, versatile, and innovative you are, the less any rule can dictate your path. Your ability to act, create, and influence matters far more than someone else's framework. This is a call to prioritize growth over approval, build skill, refine talent, and strengthen resilience. Then, when you encounter limitations, you'll find that what once seemed like rules are just stepping stones to greater opportunity. Pressure is the ultimate test of influence. When stakes are high, attention is sharp, and systems strain under demand, true leaders reveal themselves. Ordinary people follow, but those who act decisively seize control. Under pressure, skill, preparation, and consistency shine, while others panic, hesitate, or retreat. The person who has invested in mastery turns challenges into advantages. Pressure is not a threat. It's a lens that reveals capability. Recognize this as a chance to assert authority over circumstances. Momentum under pressure defines winners. Every challenge you navigate strengthens your influence, proving that control lies with those who respond effectively, not those who merely hold titles. Ordinary contributors are valued as resources. Exceptional individuals, however, become threats to complacency. The difference lies in impact. When performance, insight, or skill disrupts predictability, influence shifts. This is why some fear excellence. When someone consistently produces results beyond expectation, they are no longer just a participant. They are a force that cannot be ignored. Resource status transforms into leverage, shifting how others perceive and respond to you. This shift is empowering. By recognizing your ability to transition from contributor to decision maker, you embrace influence. It's a reminder, excellence is not just personal, it is transformative, affecting systems, leaders, and outcomes alike. Life is not a spectator sport. You were not designed to merely participate, follow rules, or stay confined to expectations. Your potential is measured by the moment you decide to step up, challenge limits, and take control. The longer you play passively, the more opportunities slip away. Those who seize initiative redefine outcomes, rewrite rules, and claim positions that others assumed were unattainable. Action, courage, and persistence are the only paths to true influence. This is your call to leadership. Stop settling for participation alone. Every skill you develop, every decision you make, and every risk you take positions you as a driver, not a passenger. The choice is yours, to remain a player or become a leader. Winners do not merely compete, they reshape the battlefield. The arena, whether business, sports, or life itself, bends to the vision, courage, and momentum of those who refuse to be contained. History remembers those who challenge standards, disrupt norms, and create new rules. By defining what success looks like, winners set benchmarks that inspire and intimidate simultaneously. Influence is not inherited. It is built through relentless action. Ultimately, the arena belongs to those who refuse to accept limits. Winners redefine not only their path, but the world around them. Every move, every choice, and every innovation becomes part of the legacy they leave behind. Your opportunity is to step into that role and claim the arena for yourself. Success rarely waits for the perfect timing. It favors those who act first. Waiting for opportunities to appear is a gamble. Leaders create opportunities before anyone else even imagines them. Every proactive step, every decision made in anticipation of change sets you apart from the crowd and positions you at the forefront of influence. History is full of examples. Innovators, athletes, and entrepreneurs who didn't wait for validation or permission. They built their vision, sharpened their skills, and launched initiatives before anyone else could respond. By taking the lead, they dictated the pace and direction of the game. This principle isn't just about speed. It's about clarity and courage. You must understand your objectives, anticipate challenges, and act decisively. When you lead before opportunity knocks, you define the game rather than play by someone else's rules. And that is the essence of unstoppable momentum. Relentless effort compounds into unstoppable momentum. Every hour spent learning, practicing, and refining your craft is an investment that compounds faster than most people realize. Momentum doesn't favor the lucky. It favors those who refuse to quit. Consider the careers of world-class athletes or top entrepreneurs. They didn't rely on talent alone. Their consistent effort, day in and day out, created a force so powerful that even obstacles became accelerators. Momentum grows quietly until it's undeniable, sweeping aside barriers and turning skeptics into supporters. The lesson is simple yet profound. Consistency beats brilliance without action. Every small, deliberate step fuels your trajectory. Once momentum builds, it rewards relentless individuals with opportunities, recognition, and influence that others can only watch and envy. The world has expectations, systems have rules, and society has norms. But greatness comes to those who refuse to fit inside predefined boxes. Breaking the mold is not rebellion for its own sake. It's the courage to define your own path when the existing structure feels restrictive. Trailblazers throughout history have shattered conventional thinking. Innovators like Elon Musk or Serena Williams didn't just play by the rules, they redefined the rules themselves. By daring to think differently, they created avenues that others assumed were impossible. When you break the mold, you expand not only your own potential, but also the horizon for everyone who follows. Limitations exist only until someone challenges them. Your willingness to defy expectations is the catalyst for extraordinary achievement. Authority may grant a title, but influence is earned through results. A person without formal rank can command respect and reshape outcomes when they act decisively and consistently. Influence is the currency of achievement, and action is the only way to earn it. Think of the innovators, leaders, and game changers throughout history. They didn't wait for official recognition. They executed relentlessly, created value, and solved problems. Titles caught up to their influence later, not the other way around. Your challenge is to focus on impact, not position. Every decision, every contribution, every challenge you navigate builds influence. Leaders are defined by what they do, not what they are called. Action creates authority, and authority without action is empty. Predictability is the enemy of dominance. Those who surprise, innovate, and defy expectation consistently gain the upper hand. In competition, in business, or in life, it's the unexpected move that shifts the balance of power. Strategic unpredictability creates space for opportunity. When you step outside the anticipated pattern, you force others to react while you maintain control. History shows that those who rely on conventional tactics rarely change the game, but those who innovate under pressure create breakthroughs. Being unpredictable is not recklessness. It's a calculated advantage. By mastering timing, preparation, and insight, you can deliver moves that catch the world off guard. Momentum and influence often favor the bold and the unanticipated, and this is how leaders emerge. Exceeding expectations is the ultimate form of leverage. People respect results, and systems are forced to adjust when someone consistently delivers beyond what anyone predicted. Each day presents a chance to push the limits of your performance. Champions understand that consistency matters more than occasional brilliance. By delivering excellence regularly, you create a reputation that precedes you. Others may try to underestimate you, but repeated overperformance builds credibility that cannot be ignored. Outperforming expectations is both a strategy and a mindset. It requires commitment, discipline, and the refusal to settle for mediocrity. Each time you raise the bar, you redefine what others consider possible, and in that process, you establish authority. Comfort zones are illusions of safety. Growth, influence, and power are found where the risk is higher, the challenge is tougher, and the stakes greater. Every time you step beyond familiarity, you expand your capabilities and command more control. Great leaders and high achievers willingly embrace discomfort. They take on tasks that others avoid, make decisions under pressure, and pursue goals that seem unreachable. This willingness to operate in uncertainty is what separates ordinary participants from dominant forces. Your ability to consistently challenge yourself is directly proportional to your influence. Comfort may feel safe, but it never builds momentum. By intentionally stepping into the uncomfortable, you grow stronger, faster, and more capable than anyone around you. Words and titles carry weight, but results carry authority. A single decisive action that achieves real impact outweighs months of instruction or years of formal power. In the arena of achievement, performance is the ultimate currency. Consider companies, sports teams, or startups. Leaders who deliver tangible outcomes gain loyalty, influence, and momentum faster than anyone else. Authority without results is hollow, while results create credibility that cannot be questioned. This is why personal accountability is non-negotiable. Every project, every decision, and every effort you invest must aim for impact. Consistently delivering results forces recognition, secures influence, and establishes your presence as someone who matters. Systems, rules, and structures are built for the average, but skill grows exponentially for the determined. When your talent surpasses the confines of existing systems, the structure begins to bend to your advantage. Think of innovators in business, tech, or sports. They often start within a system but quickly outgrow it. Their skills allow them to operate beyond rules, predict trends, and solve problems the system never anticipated. The moment skill surpasses structure, influence shifts naturally. This is your call to mastery. Focus on developing abilities that outpace limitations. When your capability exceeds constraints, the world adjusts around you, creating opportunities that were previously unimaginable. Change is constant, but adaptability is rare. Those who learn, pivot, and adjust faster than their environment hold the ultimate advantage. Adaptation is not passive. It's an active weapon that turns challenges into leverage. Top performers thrive under shifting circumstances. They anticipate trends, respond quickly to obstacles, and remain flexible while maintaining focus on their goals. The ability to adapt consistently ensures you remain relevant and powerful. By honing adaptability, you transform uncertainty into opportunity. The world reacts to those who can pivot faster, and this skill becomes a multiplier for influence, authority, and success. Failure is not the end. It's a strategic opportunity. Each setback, obstacle, or challenge is a chance to demonstrate resilience, learn faster, and regain momentum. How you respond to difficulty defines your level of control. Leaders who rise above adversity use setbacks to recalibrate, strategize, and outperform. Obstacles reveal gaps in skill, discipline, or strategy, offering a roadmap for growth that compliant participants never see. Understanding that every setback is temporary allows you to approach challenges with a mindset of leverage. When you consistently turn difficulties into advantages, you gain influence over both situations and people, solidifying your leadership. Success belongs to those who think ahead, act decisively, and command results. Anticipation gives you foresight, action ensures progress, and command arises naturally from consistent execution. Waiting for others to move first puts you at a disadvantage. History rewards the proactive. Leaders, innovators, and elite performers anticipate shifts before they occur, make bold moves, and seize opportunities while others are still reacting. This cycle of foresight and action creates unstoppable influence. Your ability to anticipate and act is your personal power. Command is not granted. It is earned through preparation, decision-making, and relentless execution. When you operate this way, you dictate outcomes instead of being dictated to. Most people wait for instructions, compliance, and rules. True leaders act while others are still constrained by protocol, creating a gap between those who follow and those who direct. Initiative differentiates influence from mere participation. History shows that progress favors the bold. Innovators, athletes, and entrepreneurs consistently operate ahead of protocol, creating results that redefine standards. Their leadership emerges because they act first, learn fast, and iterate relentlessly. Leading while others follow isn't reckless, it's strategic. By taking initiative where others hesitate, you set the pace, shape expectations, and establish authority that cannot be ignored. In every arena, the crowd follows patterns. Leaders rise by refusing to blend in. Elevating yourself requires continuous growth, visibility, and consistent performance that sets you apart from mediocrity. Those who excel do not wait for recognition, they create it. By outperforming peers, solving critical problems, and maintaining focus under pressure, you naturally attract attention and influence. Elevation is earned, not given. Rising above the crowd is also about mindset. You must see yourself as capable, strategic, and resilient. When you consistently raise standards, influence gravitates toward you, and opportunities that others miss become yours. History remembers risk-takers, not the cautious. The legacy of influence, achievement, and authority is reserved for those willing to move boldly when others hesitate. Waiting guarantees obscurity. Daring ensures impact. Those who challenge limits, innovate, and act decisively leave a mark that transcends titles, resources, or recognition. Their courage inspires others, reshapes systems, and defines new standards of excellence. Your legacy is shaped by action today. Each bold decision, every initiative, and every moment you step forward contributes to a narrative of influence and achievement.